You already know this is about to be stupid.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, it's a new range, new page. Got me in a new country, new stage. I ain't signed no deal, I'm too paid. I do not have chill, I'm too crazy. I do not take L's, I'm too Brady. I might be frosted, I'm not flaky. Don't know what it cost me, it's all gravy. Turn on that faucet and just pay me. Whoa, we gon' get it, bring it back. Maybe Donald is a Mac. Couple bottles, empty glass. New machine, I'm sending facts. Bump the headline, check the facts. I'm not a gangster, but I'm a gorilla. Hop on them drums when I'm feeling J Dilla. Come get your lady, cause I'm a just stiller.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, there's no comparison. Black in America, little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't have mentioned it, that's royal etiquette. Out of my element, way too intelligent. Grab you a therapist, send him my sentiments. Neck full of sediments, caught me a Tesla and skirt through the valley. Dropped an investment in Silicon Valley. All of this cake, but I'm missing the patty. Might mess around and just move to Miami. Drums are so loud that they break in the chassis. King of the grass like a Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors got labels as testing.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me.
How about the range? Whoa. Yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
One theme, and that's my whole life, and that's one love, got one dream, and that's one love, we got one scheme, and that's one love, that's one theme, and that's one love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love, girl. All these girls keep chasing views like they doing something. They ain't doing nothing. And all these boys keep making moves cause they assuming something. Everybody doing fake friends like they crew or something. But all these people make my stomach sick like the flu or something. They crying X cause they prince is gone. We might just flex cause I'm money long. They selling sex cause it's selling strong. I might just bag a check girl and take you home. Yeah, real love, I owed you. Real love, I showed you. I wish for once that you would back me up, but I can't expect that I know you. Cause we been there and then we came through it. Backstabbed and then we undo it. A lot of people said they come through, but when it came to it, ain't one do it. We got one dream and that's we got one scheme and that's one theme and that's my whole life and that's one love, got one dream and that's one love, we got one scheme and that's one love, that's one theme and that's one love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I got my head down, arms are up. I didn't think life would be this rough. Back and forth, we went do-si-do, and then I packed my bags and I hit the road. We were making moves without a clue. I took my love away from you. Looking back, all regret. My chin is up and you puffed your chest. Cause we're coming for the go, girl, we won't stop. Working and we grind until we hit the top. Everyone is waiting for the love that we are chasing, and the haters will be hating, but we won't stop. Cause we running and we gunning. So watch out, cause we coming. One love, we in our feelings, and it's not gonna crumble, yeah. We got one dream, and that's we got one scheme, and that's one theme, and that's my whole life, and that's one love. One love, got one dream, and that's one love. One love, we got one scheme, and that's one love. One love, that's one theme, and that's one love. That's one love, my whole life. I said there's two of us, we got one dream, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love. I said there's two of us, we got one dream, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Between the both of us, we got one scheme, and that's one love. Yeah, that's one love. Our life together has one theme, and that's one love. I said that's one love. I'd rather die than live my whole life without that one love. And you that one love, girl. And you that one love, girl. One love. One love. One love. And you that one love, girl. One love. One love. It's one love.
She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay private, but I got them groupies. On me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole North.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 3209 of the Daily Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in Zahrealm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busses, hustles, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all.
Fucking Catalina
wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Hashtag Get Swole in the comments down below. Happy Monday, February the 17. That means that today is Accountability Monday, so we got some awesome Swole fan posts we're going to get into, and we also have new releases. We'll take some questions, of course, so make sure you hit the like button, subscribe everywhere that you're watching, live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole, and of course, Spotify, Apple Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and share the show with your friends, and leave a 5-star review if you enjoy the show. It helps tremendously, and of course, all the amazing content, all the brand new releases are available in the brand new Swolenormous app. You can join us, SwoleNormousX.com. That's Swolenormous at Geese. Swolenormous at Geese.com.
Hi, puppy.
Hello, my dear. SwoleNormousX.com in order to join the fam today. Now let's get on into that Tippy Mick tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, let's get into some Swole fam posts. I sent out an accountability text this morning about the evening routine. Now, we know that it's a brand new week. It's Monday. And if you want a great day, you have to start with a great night before. You're not going to have a great morning unless you have a great evening. So I sent out the text. I said, a good morning starts the night before. What is your evening routine? And what are you working on improving with it? Give me details. Hashtag accountability text. So we're going to get through some today. If you didn't get a chance to respond to this, make sure you do so later after the show. But you could also drop it in the chat what your evening routine is. And let's get into it. And what you're working on. Maybe it's not perfect, but maybe there's something specifically that you're working on for your evening routine, and you can hold yourself accountable by sharing in the live chat. Genevieve says, my evening routine is a good skincare routine, red light therapy for 10 minutes, while I snuggle with my heating pad before lights out at 8:30 to 9 p.m. Sounds nice. Lacey says, going to sleep without distraction. I disabled Facebook. Ooh, no more Facebook.
Emotional, damn it.
Oh no. What is Mark Zuckerberg going to do without you, Lacey? Lacey doesn't want to use Facebook anymore. I bet Mark stays up at night, tossing and turning. How could you? How could you?
How dare you?
Leslie says, I get off work at 7:15 p.m. Usually that puts me getting home around 8 to 8:15. My husband has already fed and bathed the kids. We wind them down with story time and prayers and tuck them into bed around 8:30. That gives me an hour to prep for the next day, which includes making lunch, laying out work clothes and gym clothes, and planning the next morning's workout. Any remaining time is spent talking to my husband without interruption. Communication is key. And then it's lights out at 9:30. 3 a.m. comes early. Does it ever? Good for you. See, very efficient. Very efficient. The tendency is to dilly-dally and to fuck off because this, that, and the other. Then you just keep on burning the candle, but Leslie's got work to do. Good for you. Good for you. Riley says, my evening routine consists of all the overhead lights being turned off and my phone going in red light mode. Then we have some brain gains in journaling. I then end up reading for a little bit before I fall asleep. I want to work on having a consistent bedtime. Depending on work, it often fluctuates by an hour or so. And this week, I want to intentionally turn everything off at 8:30 p.m. That's a good strategy. We got one more from Sheena. Sheena says, my evening routine consists of taking a shower, magnesium, and giving my animals a bedtime treat, getting in bed, reading for a few minutes, and then going to sleep. Where I think this needs improvement is starting it earlier. I'll see that it's 10:30 or 11, then start my routine, and then 45 minutes later, I'm finally getting into bed. I need to start my routine by 10 at the latest. I will start by setting an alarm on my phone at 10 so I don't lose track of time. Yeah, this is the most important thing. I'm glad that we covered this one last, because once you have an evening routine, then you can just shift it. So it's important to try different things, see what's feasible, and then slowly move it forward 15 minutes at a time, maybe half an hour, depending. But you definitely want to try to set a good schedule, set a good routine that you like, that you lock in, that you have efficient, and then you can just bump it earlier. So that's definitely the strategy. So good for you, Sheena. And it's not that hard to do it a little bit earlier, because once you start that cascading evening effect and making sure that you turn the lights out, most important thing is the red light mode, red light on the TV, red light on the phone, no TV and phone, the stimulation. Even with red light, it's still hijacking your brain. But turning on the red lights, starting your evening routine, a shower, meditation, some yoga, some stretching, whatever that is, and then bump that earlier. But the red light is very important. That'll help your brain know, hey, it's evening time. We're starting that cascade effect into bedtime. Good stuff. All right, let's get into some questions. A reminder, if you have not yet jumped on the Swolenormous app, make sure you go and download the Swolenormous app over in the App Store or Google Play. Get access to all the amazing content inside Swolenormous X, now even more available in the palm of your hand. You can create your own playlist. You could start one of our programs. You could stream it to your TV, comment on your favorite videos. It's a great app. It's doing absolutely fantastic. This is where we update everything every week, and we have every last thing that you can imagine that's in Swolenormous X now available in the Swolenormous app. So you have your choice whether you want to use a website or the app. So make sure you go download it. Available in the App Store that you use. Let's get into some questions. We actually have a call today from Lavash. If you want to call into the show anytime, you can go to askpapaswolio.com and call into the show. We will take this one from Lavash. You are on the Daily Sleaze.
What's going on, Papa? I just had a quick question about just color light therapy. Recently, my gym had just got a nice red light bed. I've been using it. The label says to use it every other day. I asked what you recommended, how often I use it, and you said just to use it for about 2 weeks, see how I feel. But I'm not sure how exactly it's supposed to make me feel. Like, this little sheet here says that the red light activates the circulatory and nervous system, but I'm not sure exactly like how exactly it's supposed to feel, if I need to up it, if I'm doing too much. So yeah, if you could just help me out with that, that'd be appreciated. Thank you.
I remember your question. I don't think I said use it for 2 weeks. I think I said go along with whatever it recommended and then see how you feel. I don't remember putting like a time limit on that, but if it says use every other day, understand also that it depends on the unit. I can't really answer that question for you because I'm sure they're all a little bit different. Some people have them at home. Maybe there's commercial ones that are a little bit more powerful that you don't use as frequently. So I can't really answer that for you. How you're supposed to feel, I can't tell you that either because I haven't actually put one into practice consistently to tell you how I would feel. But it's supposed to be really good for the mitochondria. And maybe you feel a little bit more relaxed. Maybe you feel a little more energy. Maybe you feel a little bit more awake. But I mean, this is your testing. So if you're not seeing much of a difference or feeling much of a difference, depending on how long you've been doing it for, maybe that's a sign. I mean, you're just experiencing it for the first time. So if you didn't notice anything, it doesn't mean that you won't have any benefits long term. It just might not be something like, hey, wow, I feel completely invigorated. It might not just be as impactful as, for example, a cold plunge. You'll feel immediately. So it's really good for the mitochondria, though. I think it's a net positive. I think they're generally pretty good. Of course, the actual equipment, they're going to vary. And it also depends on, I guess, how many, I don't think lumens is the right term, but how many LEDs it has, the quality of the actual red light, the wavelength that it hits, how far away you are from it, if it's full body, if it's like a whole bed where it's front, back, total body, if it's just your face, if it's just small. So, I mean, I don't think there's going to be any problem aside from EMFs or something from some of these machines, but I'm sure it's going to be negligible. But in terms of any negatives, I doubt that there are any unless you have any existing conditions. But I would say just stick to it for a little bit, see how you feel. I think it's also supposed to be good for tendons and connective tissue and stuff like that. But I think it's supposed to be mostly good for the mitochondria and oxidative stress and stuff like that. Yeah, Pedro said so in the comments also. So that's what it seems like for me. And I'm open to it. I'm interested in it. I was thinking about getting some sort of red light system at one point. It just fell down on the priority list, but I'm open to it. It's something that I'd like to look into in the future, at least. So, yeah, I mean, you're lucky. Your gym has some good stuff, but we'll see how it goes. Keep us posted. Keep us posted. Anyone else that has experience with it, you can drop it in the chat. Let's see. Ask me anything. All right, let's go on Instagram a little bit. Very nice. Okay, let's get into some questions. All right. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole in the comments. If you have a question, hashtag Ask Papa Swole. Let's get into some Instagram questions. We're loading up Instagram Live. Any other topics? Appreciate the call. Again, if you want to call into the show, go to askpapaswolio.com. We'll just stay here for some questions because then we have new releases. So if you're watching on Instagram, this is a live podcast on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. So when we finish up with the questions, we're going to continue the show on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. So make sure you subscribe. The link is in my bio if you want to listen or watch later on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. But we're taking questions. Drop in the comments. Let's get into the first one from Instagram. Fun Clutch 22. What BCAA to take? Personally, I don't take BCAAs. I do take a grass-fed and finished protein. I eat plenty of protein. I don't find BCAAs to be something that's necessary. You might like to take them, but I would recommend unflavored so you're not getting a lot of artificial sweeteners and fillers. But BCAAs are not something that I prioritize, nor do I take. You can have your own preference. So I've never found a difference between taking them in the past and not taking them. But if you're getting plenty of protein, you'll be fine without them, in my experience. Royal Papa Swole, how long did it take to grow your hair? I've had long hair for for most of my life. I don't know how long it took to grow. Just don't cut it and it'll grow. And plus nutrition, proper nutrition for hair growth, hair, skin, and nails. If I'm not able to work out due to work, from Arnav, should I still consume protein powders or creatine, or should I pause? You could take creatine every day. Creatine's great for people, for everyone. Creatine's pretty much, unless you have some specific medical condition, creatine's great for anyone, even if you're not lifting. But you should be lifting weights and lifting heavy and training to build muscle. In terms of your total caloric intake or how much protein, I would still be eating proper food. Remember, protein powders are a supplement. It's not a replacement for food. So make sure that your nutrition is on point. You might not need as many calories, but you should be focusing as best you can. So if I'm on an off day, I'm still consuming creatine, and I might still have my protein in the morning, like a protein shake in the morning, but keep eating healthy. How long are you not working for work? That's a whole other thing, because you start pushing it more than like a few days to a week or two, you'll start losing muscle. So you want to make sure you're still giving your body coats of paint, maybe throwing a full body workout if you can to keep the stimulus. Jack Marshall, what's your max bench? I don't do barbell bench, so I can't tell you. Unhinged. Papa Swole, your thoughts on saunas? Saunas are great. I don't use infrared. I use the steam sauna. I have one with like the rocks and you pour the water on them. Fantastic. Do it try to get it up to 175 or higher and try to do like 15 to 25 minutes. Build up. The hottest and the longest that you can take, just build up from there. In the middle, Papa Swole, what's your best advice for the days when you've not slept much and you have a heavy squat session coming up in the gym? It's a good question. You might want to take another recovery day, or you might want to choose a exercise selection that's not going to be as physiologically taxing. So a lot of you have probably had this experience where you didn't get good sleep, or you felt kind of like, and you still had a good day, you still had a good session, but just understand that you're compromised. So if you know that some things are off, maybe you do something like leg extensions. It depends on what your goal is, because you're trying to build muscle. Leg extensions are fantastic. It's great to have leg extensions as a part of your program. A leg extension and then some sort of compound movement, leg press, hack squat, Smith machine, barbell squat. Those two options, a quad bias squat pattern, and then a leg extension is pretty much all you need. So maybe if you know that your schedule's a little bit off and you're a little bit under the weather, or you're a little bit run down, it might be better to not choose a heavy compound movement. You just might compromise yourself, and maybe you'll find yourself worn down for future sessions. But it's really up to you. Everyone's different. Sometimes you can slip one through the uprights, you can get away with it, but it's going to catch up to you eventually. Strength and submissions. Good username. Serious question. If I'm counting my calories, tracking my macros closely, and drinking 80 to 90 ounces of water a day, why is my body not losing weight? Is it my sleep being up and down with our baby at home? Probably. Sleep is very important for your hormones and for your water retention, for your body fat storage. So if you're not sleeping, your cortisol's through the roof. So lowering your stress, meditation, sleep is very important. Electrolytes, it's not really about your water consumption as it is your electrolyte and your overall hydration. Electrolytes are essential for hydration. So if you're just drinking water, what's your salt intake like? What's your sodium, potassium, magnesium intake? If you're not getting electrolytes, that's much more important than how much water you're drinking. You need electrolytes in there too. So anyone that's just drinking tons of water and still cramping or having issues with sleeping or recovery, you don't have to drink as much water as you think. You just need proper electrolyte balance. So hydration is not water quantity. It's electrolyte balance. Let's see. Royal, should I from Canada to Florida? Do you like Trump? Should you move from Canada to Florida? If you're going to vote properly, you can move to Florida. If you're gonna move and be in America, well, you're not gonna be able to vote if you move to Florida. But if you're gonna vote like a Canadian, stay in Canada. If you're gonna vote like a Floridian, you can come on down here. Gabo Milani, what do you think of intermittent fasting? Irrelevant. Personal preference. You're gonna have a hard time getting enough protein and a hard time consuming enough calories if you're doing intermittent fasting for most people. The problem is a lot of people do intermittent fasting and they don't change the quality of their foods. So people that do intermittent fasting and still eat the same shit, they're not really solving the issue. You're just going to be starving yourself and then binge eating. And then a lot of times people do intermittent fasting because they like to just stuff their face and they overconsume and they end up getting too much calories in anyway. So if you're eating nutrient-dense food, you don't really have to do intermittent fasting. I think it's overrated and you're not really getting the benefits. If you're actually trying to do fasting, you should dabble with actual fasting. Just not skipping breakfast isn't doing anything exceptionally healthy for your body. What a lot of people might say is that intermittent fasting allows you to be more focused and this, that, and the other. Well, you're also not eating as much poison. And what people usually do is they use the time restricted eating window as an excuse to still eat crap because they don't have as much time to eat crap. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I would, again, when it comes to any kind of program, a lot of people think that any kind of exercise will get them the body that they want. So a lot of people say, hey, I want muscle, I want to be muscular, and I want to be lean. And then they do things that are not going to make them muscular and not going to make them lean. So not all exercise is equal. If you want to put on muscle, you need to train progressive overload. You need to lift heavy weights. You need to do more of like a bodybuilding type protocol, whether you're doing upper lower, full body, or push-pull legs or something like that, and build muscle. You'll minimize fat over time. Focus on your food quality, quality sleep. The basic habits matter. Do that for years, and you're going to get amazing results. All right, Jack Santa, 767, Papa Swolio. After losing a lot of weight, I still hunch forward. What exercise would help my posture and stand up straighter? Dead hangs are great. Doing spinal extension, strength from a spinal extension, doing hangs on a bar where you're in spinal extension. You can actually have your bar on a squat rack or a Smith machine and like hang from the bar so you're in spinal extension and do pull-ups that way and just really do like scapular retraction and just do like dead hangs from a excessive thoracic extension point. Start light, start with dead hangs, and then slowly allow your body and your spine to get into more extension. You could do any kind of scapular depression. You can do floor cobras. All those exercises are great. Floor cobras are fantastic. I would also recommend checking out the shoulder awareness program and X, wall angels, and all these other exercises that will help with thoracic extension are in there. So check out that program. How do Canadians vote? Retarded. That's why they have Trudeau. Yeah. It just is. It just is. But we like our Canadians. In the Swole fam, we love our Canadians. They're catching up. They're catching up. We love our Canadians. All right. Last chance for questions. Have a couple more coming through. Let's see. Matthew Schickerling. Papa Swole, best way to motivate yourself for cardio. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what that last word means. The best way to motivate yourself for cardio by not doing cardio. Lift heavy weights. Again, I don't know what you're doing for cardio, but it doesn't have to be long and protracted. Go for a nice walk with your dog. If you don't have a dog, go for a nice long walk. Get a few thousand or 10,000 or 5,000 or whatever steps a day. Like, go walking. It's great for your brain. It's great for your health. And if you're doing cardio, do intense interval training. 10, 15 minutes of all out, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, high intensity, low intensity, high intensity, low intensity. You can get great benefits getting into higher zones of cardio rather than long, slow duration. So walking or high intensity interval. And don't lift weights for cardio. Who does my braids? 2 people do it. Mama Swole does it, and I have someone else when I go and get my beard cleaned up. Mama Swole can do it, but a lot of times I have another lady who braids it when I get a trim. This was Mama Swole. Mama Swole did this braid. It was a couple days ago, so it's kind of coming out. I'm going to take it out today and redo it. Or she'll redo it. Love the shirt and shades, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, we got buy one, get one 50% off. Go to the Fukin Gym. St. Patty's Day is coming up, so we got the leprechaun merch. The jacked leprechaun merch, papaswolio.com. So buy one, get one 50. You'll get it in time for, it's a month away, so you got plenty of time. All right. Jamin Berman. What does swinging hammer actually give a good workout? Yeah, clubs, maces, fantastic for joint health, grip strength, forearms, elbow, shoulder. It's fantastic. It's a great workout. You go light and you go high reps. To Crack 17, Papa Swole, do you have personal experience with TRT, and what would be an indicator that you should consider something like TRT? I do not have personal experience with TRT. I've been very transparent and letting everyone know that I'm 41, so I'm open to it in the future or in this decade or in the next few years. You know, if I get blood work done and it seems like something that's a good idea, I'm open to it. But you should really be focusing on your fundamental habits first. A lot of people are, hey, I might need some TRT, but they eat like shit, they sleep like shit, and you know what you're doing, you're still selling yourself short. So you really want to focus on those fundamental habits before you start dabbling with that kind of stuff. Because you want to, if you're taking TRT, you still want to maximize your outcome. You're trying to improve your health. You're trying to replace something that has been decreasing based on lifestyle habits, age and lifestyle habits. But we know because of our environment, with all the toxins in our environment, there's tons of estrogenics in our environment. And this is what I'm always talking about when it comes to colognes, deodorants, laundry detergents, dish soaps, shower curtains, shampoos, lotions, any kind of creams and body oils that people use, hair products, ladies, makeup and hairsprays and stuff, super toxic, lots of phthalates, and essentially these products that absorb and get into the body and interrupt and bind to different receptors inside the body that mimic hormones, that mimic triggers for estrogen production and things of that nature. So you literally have chemicals and elements inside the body that trigger hormonal responses because they shouldn't be there. So they take up binding sites and then trigger responses and certain other hormones to get released from certain organs. This is how the system works inside the body. I'm just being very vague just to explain the analogy of it. So in other words, you want to remove a lot of these other toxic things, and things like fragrances are just so common in households. Lysol sprays and Glade plugins and car fresheners, and these things are horrifically toxic. And don't forget, it's not like, oh my God, you walk into a store and you smell something. Oh my God, I'm going to get cancer. But we're talking about all the time. People are spraying Axe body spray and then using deodorant, then using shampoos, and then they're putting all these waxes and stuff like that in their dryer sheets, and then conditioners, and then their bedding is all polyester, and they're wearing polyester underwear and spandex, and it's this kind of content, and you're sweating in it, it's absorbing your skin, and it's like small quantities all the time, every day for decades. That's what we really want to cut down on. So when I start saying something like that, it's like, oh, come on, that's ridiculous. I can't change all these things. I'm not saying that you put on, you put on Old Spice deodorant today and you're going to have a problem, but you've been using it for 30 years or 20 years, plus all the other stuff. So you're just inundated. You're just swimming in this toxic stew if you don't start making these changes. So it's like, it's not just one thing, it's all of it all the time. There's so many different places where it comes from. Chris, what up, dude? Badaglary, do weightlifting belts help prevent back injuries? Any good practices to get into to avoid injury? I re-aggravate an old disc injury. Weightlifting belts don't prevent injuries. They might give you a little extra support. So I guess the answer is maybe, depends on the injury, but you want to make sure that you don't use straps or knee sleeves or belts as a crutch to compensate for an injury. Now, I like for compound movements, for like heavy hack squats and stuff like that, I've been liking these knee sleeves that I have. I think they're fantastic. I think it's great to use as a tool. Doesn't take away from any of my training, doesn't take away from my strength, doesn't take away from my joint strength. You just want to make sure you're not avoiding addressing the issue. So if you're doing yoga, if you're practicing Jefferson curls and mobility, like I would be aggressively doing mobility training to improve your back strength. And then maybe when you're doing your heaviest sets, you can also use that if you feel better with it. So if you feel better with a belt, I'm not going to tell you not to, but you still need good form, and you don't want to use a belt as an excuse for bad form or for not proper progressively overloading or in compensation for not doing mobility, if that makes sense. Two crack, bro split, chest day, back day, leg day, push-pull legs, or full body. Well, there's a lot of other options. I think for most people, upper-lower is the best split. Upper-lower is probably the best split, I would say, for most people. And personally, currently, I've been running full body. But I think upper-lower is great. Upper-lower is a great place to start for everyone. If you're a beginner, if you're more advanced, I recommend most people. Push-pull legs is just more protracted. I don't think push-pull legs is essentially upper-lower. You're just doing upper-lower. And you don't need a separate push and a pull day. Now, obviously, a lot of people do push-pull legs. And there's a lot of pro bodybuilders that are doing, push-pull legs. And there's nothing, you can get results with it. There's nothing wrong with it. You're just going to benefit, the average person will benefit much more from higher frequency. So upper-lower, you're going to get more frequency per body part. And it depends on how you do it. You could do upper-lower, upper rest, lower rest. You could do upper-lower, rest, upper-lower. You could do upper-lower, rest, upper-lower. You could do upper-lower, rest, rest. Or you could do full body. You could do full body, rest, and then just do 2 days off whenever you need to. So there's different ways to do it. There's also preference too. So I never used to want to do full body, but I decided I'm just going to do full body and really give it 100% go and really master full body for myself and really essentially force myself into figuring out how full body can work best for me. Like, okay, I'm forced to use full body, make it work. So I'm experimenting and really giving it a go and not leaving it because I really want to see, I want to give it a real good go. Because sometimes you try a new split and you're like, I didn't really like it. Well, it's one workout. It's different. So did you not really like it, or it's just different and you're kind of like, standoffish just because it's new? I want to give it a real good, honest try. And I've been doing it for a while. It's fucking amazing. It's challenging, but it's really amazing because you're training so frequency. Let's see. Some soda guy. Probably should change your screen name. Papa Swole, is macro counting app beneficial? I don't count my macros. I don't really care what the macros are. I eat plenty of protein. People should be focusing on protein, period. Just focus on protein. Yeah, fats and carbs are beneficial, but you can adjust the carbs based on how you feel, but protein's the most important. What's much more important is the quality of your foods. John, full body takes some grit. Respect, Papa. Yeah, it's tough. So, for example, my full body workout, let me see if I can remember the order. I did one working set per body part. I did calves, seated leg curl, hack squat, and then I went into flat chest press machine, T-bar rows, preacher curl, single arm cable laterals, and then single arm tricep pushdowns. So that was my full body workout. So what was that? Calves, hammies, quads. That's 3. And then chest, back, shoulders, bicep, tricep. So it was, with a single arm sets, you can count them as individual, but that was 8 different exercises, 8 different movements. Hey, Green Boy. All right. Drop your questions in the comments down below. #AskPapaSwolio. Let's see. My only excuse, Papa Swolio, for skipping gym is an empty stomach. I just can't do it with 1 or 2 meals per day. But I go anyway. Should I go, or I'll only make it worse? You have an empty stomach? You could train on empty stomach, or take a couple scoops of some raw honey or something like that. You don't have to train on an empty stomach. Does everyone know that? Maybe not. Do you have to? You don't have to train on an empty stomach. Everyone's different. Some people like to eat a solid meal an hour before training. That's just not my thing. I'm going to still be full. So it really depends. It really depends. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you how you should eat before training, but if you have a question, I'll give you some options. You're like, hey, I normally eat this long. What would you recommend? Because I don't feel good when I train. Well, maybe don't eat that. Try something else. You have to figure out what works best for you. So I had a shake. I ate some eggs and some avocado earlier doing the show. Afterwards, I'll have maybe a little bit of honey. I'll get ready and I'll start warming up to work out. So I ate earlier and then I'll have a little something. But right before a workout, you don't need protein. It's just good before a workout. Just have a little bit of carbs. We have to figure out what you like best. What helps you perform. Dates are good. Just figure out something that you like to consume. If you want a little something in your stomach, but you don't want something really heavy, something that's going to absorb quickly. That's why I like the honey, because it's going to absorb super quick. I'm not eating a steak before I train. I'll be like, ugh. All right, let's see. Again, we're live on the Daily Swole. If you want to catch the full show, come watch on Rumble, The Daily Swole, and YouTube, The Daily Swole. Of course, you can catch the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you're watching on Instagram, click the link in my bio. There's the link for merch, buy one, get one 50% off, and also all the links for the podcast and for memberships and for the app and all that stuff. So it's all in my bio. So if you want to catch the full show when we sign off here, the show continues. So come on over. Let's see. Dawn, Papa Swolio, trying to train for a half marathon and do weights. Seems like it mucks up both. Indeed, it does. This is just a real talk. I used to do a lot of endurance. I used to do trail running and try to lift. Look, people can say they do both or try to do both, but you're not optimizing either. You're just not. Can you lift weights? in a way that will help you for a half marathon? Sure, but it's going to be a much different type of training, and you're not trying to put on a lot of mass because it's going to negatively affect your endurance in terms of like doing 12 miles. So yeah, you're pulling in two completely different directions. Think of a sprinter and think of a marathon runner. One's muscular and ripped. The other one is skinny fat. Completely different adaptation. So you got to figure out what you want. A lot of people are trying to do it all and they don't get much of either. Jack of all trades, master of none. That tea is amazing. What is it based off of? Well, this is, what I did was I took a picture in the mirror. So I set up the camera in 4K and I did a workout and I flexed. So this is a direct representation of my physique. And then we made it look like a leprechaun. So this is actually me. Looks like me, right? Very accurate representation. So check it out, papaswolio.com. Pick up go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym.
The Almighty says, don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Pankaj, I can't maintain the diet with fucking gym. What to do? I've seen some videos on Instagram of Indian food, so I don't blame you. I see these like side, these guys. Oh, they're like sitting in the food. I don't know what's going on in that country, but that's wild shit. India is a wild fucking place. I see these videos of people like making food on the side of the road, and I literally have to go to the bathroom just watching it. I'm like, okay, I'm watching this video. I have diarrhea just from watching it. So I understand. I get it. Greetings from Argentina. How many hours should you train at maximum? It depends on your split. My split might take me like an hour and a half to 2 hours if I'm doing full body. And I also take my time. It depends. So like an hour and a half maybe. But if you're doing a different split, upper, lower, you can do it in 45 minutes or an hour. It really depends on your volume and your recovery periods. But people, look, you shouldn't be rushing a workout. I know some of you don't have much more than like a 30-minute session maybe. So you might have to do a different split. So again, if you're doing upper, lower, that could be a good split. Maybe half an hour is plenty. Or you do push-pull legs because you want to do longer rest periods, but you just don't have time for the kind of volume that it might be. You don't have time for 8 working sets or something like that for upper body. Maybe you only have time for 4 or 5 working sets. So maybe a different split is good for you. Depends. Oh, let's see. Social media loves to show stuff like that. The country's food is one of the best rated on the planet. India's food is rated best on the planet. I'm not voicing an opinion on that. I'm just repeating what you just said. I'll let everyone in the comments judge that. I'm just reading the comment. I'm not going to say anything. All I'm seeing in the feed is just no. No. Laughing emojis. Mark is Indian, and Mark says, yeah, if you want the shits. Yeah, okay. That's a reach. Laughing emojis. We're not making fun. Like, hey, it's all good. It's all good. I disagree. I mean, if you are in need of a bowel movement, I don't know. I think my stomach is grumbling just thinking about it. If you love, like, I have no issue with what kind of food you guys love. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just teasing. Most people disagree, but that's fine. You guys need some more meat. I think cows are sacred too. That's why I consume them. No, I'm not doing TRT. I'm not doing TRT. I'm open to it though. I'm seeing strength gains. I'm feeling great. I'm interested. I need to do some more blood work soon. So I'm curious to see where everything is. I'm open to it. I've always talked about this when people ask me. If I do TRT, I'd be like, hey, I'm going to start my first round of, I don't care. I'm not one of those idiots who's like, oh, I'm going to claim natty, and I'm not. It's just, I haven't done it yet. but I'm open to it. Might get fucking jacked. Papa Swolio is going to get extra Swolio. But it depends. A lot of people say they're taking TRT, but they're taking a lot more, you know? So what's the higher end of male testosterone? I'm not an expert. It was like 750 or something, whatever the number is, or the higher end. You know, some people will say they're taking TRT and they take extra more than what a healthy male would have. So they say TRT, but it's like you're looking at them. No. I mean, because honestly, if you're looking like someone, if you're looking, you know, you're ripped and shredded to the bone and your muscles are all pointed out. And yeah, you're not taking normal, you're not replacing anything. No one looks like that when they're just a normal human. So if you don't look like a normal human, you're not taking normal, you're not replacing shit. You're adding a lot more. People say that shit. People say TRT as a way to be like, well, I'm just doing TRT. Yeah, sure, bro. Times 3. TRT times 3. Cerny says a good cleanse is 5 teaspoons of magnesium glycinate. Don't do it.
Because of the implication.
Pam says, got that shirt, gonna start wearing it to the gym. Love it. What a great design. Good call. Good choice. Good choice, Pam. Good choice. All right, let's do hashtag, let's see, get Swole for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away on Rumble at the end of the show. We got some new releases too. If you're a member, brand new drops inside the Swolenormous app. You could join over at swolenormousx.com. We'll get into those releases shortly. We'll just take a couple more questions. We got some good stuff coming in. Kylie says, I think 800s is on the high end. Sounds about right. See, I don't even know. But I'm open to it. Again, I'm open to it. But this is a conversation, and people always ask me the questions. I always respond with, talk to your doctor, depends on your lifestyle habits. I just think a lot of people are jumping right to TRT because it's a shortcut. Hey, it's easier, just like Ozempic. It's easier just to take TRT rather than change their lifestyle. They're not getting good sleep. They're not eating quality foods. They're not on a quality program, X, Y, and Z. You know, they're just jacking themselves up. So you're not, if you get the foundation and the fundamentals right, then that could be something that maybe really benefits you tremendously, but you're not doing the basics first. The thing with that is once you're on it, you're always on it. So that's why I haven't wanted to like look into it or pull the trigger on it. But I'm at that age where, and I train really hard. So I'm at that age where it's, if I'm going to start it, I don't want to be like 60 and all like, you know, losing my muscle and then taking something if I do that. So now's around the time, 41. I'm in that time frame. But I'll be honest with it. People take it so young today. It's just fucking crazy. Well, they say it's TRT. No, they're trying to compete. And if you're going to do pro bodybuilding, I mean, you have to start that stuff young. It's just, it's bad. It's bad. I mean, look at all these guys. Look at all these. There's very few pro bodybuilders that make it into their older age or look good and don't destroy themselves by taking too much stuff. You know, Jay Cutler is one of the few people that he's actually maintained a lot of his muscle and he hasn't just completely fallen apart after he stopped competing. There's been a couple other ones. I think Lee Haney was one of them too. I think he was pretty mobile and, you know, Ronnie Coleman, he just destroyed himself with like what he was taking and how he trained, but great videos. Man, he was great for the sport, but he really just thrashed himself. But you want to be exceptional. People are willing to do whatever it takes, Pedro, Papa, I am 43 and 750 plus. I am sure you are easily in the 850 to 900 range. Is that what a high range is? I don't know I don't know what normal. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I guess I am whatever I am. 850 to 9. I mean, I feel great. My strength is increasing. I'm doing great. You know, I'm able to recover from my training. So also when you're training, you know, you really do a number on yourself. Don't they say when you do isn't it when you do blood work right? When you're doing blood work for hormones and stuff, let's say you're doing this, you don't want to train for a day or two before you do blood work, right? Because the day after you train, doesn't your testosterone drop or something like that? So you don't want to do a hard workout and then the next day get blood work done. Like, I know there's some nuances and stuff like that. So yeah, so you just gotta make sure. Mark says Papa's gonna be the swollest in the nursing home with Cerny. Pedro says normal testosterone levels in men is between 300 and 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. But right, there's different things, correct? There's free testosterone. So can't certain numbers be high, but then still you're having negative effects. Again, this is not my expertise, obviously. But of course, if I started doing something like that, I would look into it and then I'd kind of nerd out on it, of course. So I haven't really delved. But I haven't been aggressively looking into it because I'm also seeing progress. I'm trying to maximize what I'm currently doing. So I figure it's still good to ride this train as long as I can without doing anything like that. And there's individuality there too. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
Loud noises!
You're missing out on all the soundboards if you're just watching over here on Instagram. Subservience. I kind of broke my wrist. I've been avoiding all types of exercise except for legs and abs. Do you have any suggestions for upper body exercises which do not require the use of my hands or something? Machines. I mean, if you have a pec deck, those that you have the external rotation. You can also use, if your wrist or whatever is broken, this probably isn't good for you, but you can use the wrist cuffs. I don't know if that would hurt your wrist depending on how it's broken or you put it above. You can do tricep extensions and you can do curls with like a wrist cuff, but it might put pressure on your wrist. Yoga, rice bucket, rehab, get healthy and do your best. Swimming or doing some sort of maybe upper arm ergometer that you don't have to like put much pressure on your wrist using I don't know. You might have to just figure it out, but get it better. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to put pressure on your wrist, but that's a tough one. Tough one. Do I do yoga? Yes, and mobility. So we have hundreds of yoga classes and mobility sessions inside Swolenormous X. So if you want to look into it, link is in my bio. You can download the app for free. 7-day free trial. You can learn more at swolenormousx.com. The Swolenormous app has everything you need, plus the Daily Swole podcast here every day, stretching out your ear holes with knowledge cock. So come on. Come on over. Papa always drinks vegan tears. Yeah, I mixed some vegan tears in with my cold brew. So it's cold brew and vegan tears. The cold brew takes the bitterness out of like how salty. Yeah, not being able to get it up anymore is a sign. Yeah, sleep on your back. If you wake up with the heart on, your testosterone is pretty good. It's a good sign. You should be waking up with a woody. Kylie says, I feel like I could look at a man and know if his test is low. Does he look like a Dan or not? Is he a Dan or not a Dan? If he's a Dan, he's good. Dan or no Dan? Dan or no Dan? Yeah, if you have no problem getting it up, your testosterone's good. Sir Noah, would vegan tears be low in protein? Yeah, it's just pure salt. It's pure salt pretty much. It's just dense electrolytes and minerals. There's no protein at all. No bioavailable protein. Like you're not getting, it's just all electrolytes. If he looks like a Dan, he's got high T. He's got high D. You know what I'm saying? Biggest thing. Yeah. Wonder Woman 76. I've been on T for 8 years now. Last chance for questions. Come on in. Come on in. Give us the details. Anyone else taking something? What you taking? What you got? What you taking? John says, I did TRT. My hair was thinning like a vengeance. Ooh, fuck that. Rogaine to get the mane back and take Roman testosterone support. Feel great. Interesting. Wonder Woman, I get my blood work done every 6 months to no levels. But that's what you should do. If you're going to do that kind of stuff, you should get your blood work done. Can Daniel, how can you pass the mental barrier to stop quitting? By setting yourself up for success. Discipline is doing the things that need to be done regardless of how you feel like doing it. It just is what it is. I mean, you got to do the things. Either you do the things or you don't do the things. Either you get the work done or you don't get the work done. Seriously, if you break it down like that, did you do the work? No. The reason why doesn't matter. You know? Did you do the work? No. The normal response is, well, why? Well, man. The reason doesn't matter. Did you do your training session that needed to get done? Yes or no? Yes? Cool. No. Irrelevant. Like, no, the reason why does not matter. Anything is an excuse. My car wouldn't start. I didn't feel like it. I was sick. And you just didn't plan properly, or you didn't pivot and adapt yourself. Adaptability is the most important thing. Adaptability is the most important thing because you might have certain things that are going to throw you off. Are you adaptable? Can you pivot? Hey, your car wouldn't start and there's a snowstorm. All right, I get it. But you can do something at home. Practice mobility, practice yoga. You can meditate. You can still eat quality food. You know, you should have quality food in your house. So you're eating that. You can still get shit done. It just might pivot for a day. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You know? Lavage says, gear makes you look old. LOL, I'm 33 going on 20. Yeah, I've seen that too. People that are taking gear, they look a lot older. So a lot of people say I look young for my age. So I don't want to age myself by taking stuff. But there is a point, I think, when you start, like at a certain age, when if you switch to TRT, it'll actually keep you looking younger and relative to your age, I guess. But everyone's different. But it does look, I see some kids that are 20 years old, they look 45. Like, holy shit, they're balding and they look like their skin looks all aged. So Drudo says, or Drudo G, or Drew Dog. I love like saying it wrong 3 times. Plan things out, schedule shit if you need to. As he said, set yourself up for success. Most importantly, be patient, trust the process. Sky, you have to get used to having no excuses. Once you get used to it, it becomes so much easier and gets addictive. Well, it just takes time. Everyone's looking for a quick fix. Everyone's looking for quick responses. You know, you trash your body for 20 years. Hey, I haven't seen the results I want in 3 months. Well, you've been eating like shit and trashing yourself for 20 fucking years. 3 months of lifting is not gonna, wow, I look so different. Some people can make massive changes, no question about it, in 3 months. But it's not really about the speed. You have to understand how long you are working the other direction. So you have to be humble in the effort. People allow their ego to get in the way. They're just looking at people on Instagram and like, how come I don't have those results? I've been training for 25 fucking years. I haven't been making the same type of progress. My goals have shifted and I've trained in different ways over the 25 years. But I've been doing this consistently for 25 years. So people ask me, how long have you been lifting? 25 years. And it doesn't mean that I've been trying to build as much muscle as possible for 25 years. So, but what I've learned over the 25 years is how to balance how my body works, what I need to do, what those signs are. I fine tune my nutrition. It's really just about learning your body and what works best for you. That's why there's different splits. And that's why some people will talk endlessly about push-pull legs or a bro split or full body, whatever it is. It's fine, but you need to be adaptable and try different things, because as you get older, or as you go through this process of providing a stimulus and adapting to it, your body is going to change. What you did from 20 years old to 30 years old is not going to get you from 30 to 40 in terms of like progress from 30 years old to 40 years old. And what you did from that isn't going to make you get you the same progress. What got you here isn't necessarily the same exact thing that's going to get you to the next level. So for me, going from, let's say a push-pull legs kind of type approach to upper lower to full body has gotten me to levels that I wouldn't have gotten to otherwise. So this is great for me right now. Am I going to be running full body for the rest of my life? Probably not, or maybe not. I don't know. So it depends. Franco, how can something feel so good knowing that it's wrong? Oh, we need details, Franco. I need details. You can't just drop that. You can't be vague like that. My mind's going, you better answer really quickly because I'm going to put some words in your mouth. How can something feel so good knowing that it's wrong? Sounds gay, dude. Sounds like in the butt to me. Unless I have other information. Yep. Why does it feel so good going in there? Come on. Quickly, quickly, quickly. I'm going to run with it. I picture the meme. Gay! Step away from the vehicle. All right. Baby oil. All right, let's see here. Serious question. Any advice on how to handle loose skin and loose fat? Loose fat. I lost a lot of weight, but now I'm chubby and my limbs are like twigs. You need to build muscle. You need to build muscle. I can't tell you how to get rid of loose skin. A lot of times that just needs surgery, or it is what it is, depending on how much you gain, how quickly you lost. But if you're just skinny, like this is the problem with people. I want to lose weight and then I'm going to build muscle. No. If you're fat, you don't have muscle mass. For more often than not, you need to build muscle. If you're skinny, you need to build muscle. Build muscle. Build muscle. Build muscle. All right. Franco's laughing. Oh, so was I right? Right now? Was I right? The butt? Was I right about the butt? Maybe I was right. Yeah, all right.
Chicks will dig you. Or
nothing
dudes,
wrong with
or
that.
whatever
Up to
gender
you.
thing you're into.
Up to you. All right. Franco from Costa Rica. All right, Pete, when is it better to work out, morning or the night? Your preference, but if you have a choice, I would get used to training in the morning. That's what I recommend. Yeah? Franco. Well, there you go. There you go. Make sure you moisturize. Lubrication. Be safe out there. Be safe out there. It's a wild world. I think we might have to end on that. So look, everyone's coming out of the closet on the Daily Swole. Look at that. Perfect for the knowledge cock portion. Perfect. Wonder Woman, I've built muscle, but getting skin off this fall from pregnancies and losing 50 pounds. Wow, good for you. Good for you. Sky, what's your take on peptides? I haven't dabbled. We talked about that the other day. I haven't dabbled, but I've heard good things, depending on what they are. I've heard good things about joint health and stuff like that. I mean, but I've also heard that once you take it, you kind of have to keep on taking it. Otherwise, the issues come back. So I don't know I don't know how long they last or what that is. But I'm aware of like one or two people that are taking it. So I want to get some feedback and see how they like it, from injuries and something like that. All right, let's see. JT, real talk. Nice. That was solid.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Papa Swole, I've heard from someone else that people who are obese are actually ripped under all the fat because they need a lot of muscle to carry around so much fat. Not saying I believe this, just asking for, no, maybe their legs. Probably the only one thing that might be beneficial from being obese is your leg muscles might be a little bit more dense is because you're walking around with like 3, 4, 500 pounds if you're walking at all, but they're not ripped. Look, when you talk about ripped, everyone has muscle mass. Some people have more muscle mass than others. So when you're lean, you're not ripped. You just have less body fat relative to your muscle mass. But if you don't have muscle mass and people cut down, there's nothing to cut down to. Have you looked at some of these, 80s rock stars? They're skinny. Oh, they have abs, but they're skin and bone. They're not jacked or ripped. They're just emaciated on drugs and dehydrated. So, no, they don't have enough muscle mass. Manners make, let's see, Papa Swole, growing leg mass or heavy compound exercise is best, and how many times a week should be spent on legs? Well, I train legs. I train everything every other day, but I don't do a compound leg movement every session. So every other session, maybe 2 sessions, but at most every other session, I'm doing like a hack squat or a pendulum squat or a leg press. So the 2 exercises that you really need for quads, like a quad bias, like hack squat or pendulum squat or leg press, and a leg extension. And then a good other choice would be a seated or a prone leg curl. You want a good hip hinge, like a 45-degree hyper with bands or weights for either hamstring or glute bias, and like an adductor machine. So you need, maybe stiff leg deadlifts or RDL. So you want like a good hip. You want a quad movement, a hamstring curl movement, a hip hinge movement, adductor work. That's most of what you need. But everyone's going to be a little bit different, but those are the general. If you want big legs, it's going to be a hip hinge movement, a quad movement, and adductor work. You want big adductors because a lot of times people have skinny legs because the adductors take up a lot of meat and people don't have proper adductor development. A lot of times people think when they're getting sore under their butt or under like the inside of their thigh, they think they're getting their hamstring or their glutes. It's your adductors, your adductor magnus. When you're doing deep squats, like a hack squat or a leg press or a Smith machine or a barbell squat, it's not really glutes. I mean, people think it's not. It's quads and adductors for the most part. But some people get stimulus in different ways. But if you're doing a squat, you should be, in my opinion, again, from a bodybuilding, maximizing muscle standpoint, if you're doing a squat, you should be wearing squat shoes or elevating your heels or doing it so it's a quad bias. You want to push your quads forward. People that try to push their knees wide, they limit their actual range. You want to push your knees forward and then find that sweet spot where you feel most comfortable. But the knees should be going forward, and you need ankle mobility or elevated heels because a lot of people have tight calves and weak anterior tibialis. They don't have a good ankle mobility. So you have to use squat shoes or elevate your heels or use a slant board or go up on your toes and do like a Tom Platz hack squat, something like that. It's okay if your heels come up a little bit in some of these machines. So just keep that in mind. You want your knees traveling forward to get more stretch in your quads. All right. We're going to move on. If you want to catch the rest of the show, come on over. The Daily Swole on Rumble and The Daily Swole on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Links are in my bio for merch and for the podcast. Come on over. The live stream continues. Thanks for being here. Link is in my bio. Come watch the rest of the show. Sweet. All right. Let's do a couple more questions and then we'll move on. Emily, do you ever do ice baths? I do. We talked about that yesterday, the day before, so I'm not going to belabor the point. I haven't recently because mine's broken, but I've done them. AJR Sec, Papa Swole, late night workouts or early morning workouts? Much better to do early morning. My preference, my recommendation. You asked me, so I'm telling you. Let's see a couple more questions here. Bias Wheaton. Papa Swole, what to say to people who tell me I'm obsessed with the gym just because I go Monday through Friday at 4 a.m.? First off, good for you. Let's get a round of applause. Good for you. They tell you you're obsessed because you're holding a mirror to their lazy fat fucking ass. You're not obsessed, you're disciplined. And to be honest, obsession is not a bad word. We got to stop negatively connotating obsession with like, oh my God, I'm obsessed. Good. You want amazing results? You need to be obsessed at whatever you do. You will never find anyone that's successful in any area that doesn't come with some aura of obsession. If you want to be good at anything, you're obsessed with it. You're really engaged. You want it to be better. You're doing it. You're disciplined. You go whether you feel like it or not. You prioritize it. If you want to call that obsession, fine. But a lot of people that call that obsession are fat, lazy fucks, and they're using a negative connotative term in order to make themselves feel better. All right. Good rant. Benji, Global Fitness. Pompasolio, what should I do while snowed in? I have a pull-up bar and a treadmill. Use it and practice yoga and get some bands. You can attach it to your pull-up bar, your door, and stuff like that. Good stuff. All right. Kalilo, 15. What's your training routine? Currently, I do full body. We just talked about that. But Maximum Swole, full body. And I just recorded a whole workout 2 days ago. I'm probably going to record my workout today. We got a lot of new content and master classes coming up in the near future, but filming a lot of training content. And honestly, just letting you guys know that a lot's coming, just working behind the scenes to organize it properly and how we want to chop up the content for different media and for the app and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Yabishes been crushing it. Been feeling good. All right, let's get into some new releases. Ready for balls deep? Let's fucking get.
I got hairy legs.
It's great that Joe Biden's not the president anymore. I can breathe. The world feels that much less retarded. Okay, who's ready for a new release? Come on now. Who's ready? Who's ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? You get a release, and you get a release. Oh, we do have some videos. Let's do a video. Let's do a shit post first. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and then we'll do recipes. We'll do a video, then we'll do the 3 recipes, and then we'll do another video. We'll do a couple things. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a little shit posting too. Come on, drop in the comments. Come on. 1, 2, or 3. Pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. And by the way, Church is right here, and she feels wonderful. She's doing so much better. Wow, everyone's going 3. Cerny, Noah, Bumble Hunter, Martial Arts Mama Loretta, Aaron. Everyone wants 3, so we're gonna go with number 1. Number 1. I'm just kidding.
What's in the box?
Wow, you guys just really just know. Is this Aaron? Is this your video? All right, this is Someone Needs to Assassinate. Yeesh.
The Elon Trump stuff, it's getting to a point, man. It's getting like somebody is gonna have to, preferably someone who's already doing it, so one of y'all. But somebody's gonna have to just throw their life away on this one, just kind of take one for the team, just somebody has got to just, kind of get in there and go make history. You know who you are. You know who you are. So just buck up and do your duty,
I say, son. I said, someone's gotta step up and take one for the team, son. I say, come on, boy. I said, come on over here and take one for the team. Little foghorn leghorn. I say, son. It's getting out of hand in this country. I think it's getting out of hand, boy. All right, dude. What the fuck? I don't know if was that a joke or a troll? Sometimes these videos are so retarded. I'm like, he didn't look gay to me. He didn't look gay. But what he said was totally gay. I don't know. It almost seemed like a troll. Because he didn't seem gay. But he definitely loves the dick. Yeah, I guess. Let's see. Pam goes with number 2. Anyway.
What's in the box?
Maybe he was a little gay. He likes the pee-pee.
If there's anything that Muslim marriage Reddit loves, it's fat phobia. I don't know how many times I have gone on there and the problem a man is asking about, typically a man, is around how much weight his wife has gained now that they've been married, how much weight she's gained since they've gotten married, since the engagement period. In some cases, before they're even married, he's complaining about how much weight she's gained and rethinking the entire relationship. If that's where you're at, and if that's your excuse for why you're not attracted to this person, then you were never really attracted to them in a way that mattered and in the way that is important to be attracted to your partner in a relationship, but especially in a marriage where you have a legally binding contract. So whatever you felt towards them was not attraction, because it should not disappear that easily and that quickly. It should not disappear because of a few pounds.
Okay. Anyway, take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself, you won't have to worry about this. So Everyone's coping because they want to eat their cake and be a lazy fuck and then have everyone bow down to them because they're doing nothing. Anyway, let's do a couple recipes. I was actually going to do recipes first. I forgot. We got into it. New recipes inside Swolenormous Sekis. Brand new. Here we go. Look at this one. Applesauce. Ayo. Maybe that first dude that was trying to assassinate people, he likes the applesauce. He likes the man applesauce, but hey, get yourself some applesauce. Don't know how to make applesauce? No worries. We'll help you. It's a perfect time of year to make some applesauce. Apparently, now available inside the Swolenormous app. Join today so you can learn how to make applesauce too. Isn't that great? Fantastic. All right, this one, talk about getting fancy. I think those are beets, but they might as well be liver. Let's do another one.
In the box?
Coconut crusted fish. Ayo. I think those are beets, right? I think those are beets, but we're going to pretend like that's raw liver. We're going to pretend like this is raw liver. These aren't beets. That's raw liver next to avocado. That's what I'm talking about. They are beets. But can you imagine if it was raw liver? That'd be awesome. Coconut crusted fish. You like some fish? You like crust? You like coconut? You're going to like this coconut crusted fish. All right. There we go. Ew. All right. And last but not least, bone-in ribeye with roasted garlic butter. Let's...
Boom shakalaka!
Oh, yeah.
Hadouken!
That's what we're talking
Hadouken!
Bone-in ribeye. That's like $100 meal right there. Anyway, even if you don't have bone-in, get yourself a ribeye. Get yourself any steak you got. You can make this, I guarantee it. You just might have to cook it a little bit differently depending on the cut, but that looks fire. You can get... Again, this is just to experience different types of cooking. So, you know, this is going to be delicious with any type of steak. Learn how to cook, play around with it, and boom, make yourself a bone-in ribeye with roasted garlic butter. What a spread. What a spread. Bone-in ribeye with roasted garlic butter. Coconut crusty fish. I'm going to call it crusty fish. We should have just named it crusty fish. We should just name these things weird, right? And man sauce, right? Some apple man sauce. Apple man sauce, crusty fish, and absolute beef city. Fantastic. That steak looks like a weapon. It is. A weapon for gains. Weapons of swole destruction. Oh, that's a new shirt. Should I do a shirt? Should I do a shirt? Weapons of mass destruction? Should I do weapons of mass destruction and show like Saddam Hussein with like my beard? Just like with like a turban and shit, like flexing? Just kind of like make fun of the whole region. What do you think? That's a great one. Weapons of mass destruction. Yeah. All right. We're going to make that shirt. We'll figure it out. With a turban. Yeah. All right. We'll figure it out. It'll be offensive. All right. So let's see what we got here. Let's do some feature workouts. Then we got yoga and merch. Let's see. Featured workouts this week. We got so much content X. We're going to feature these workouts because that's what we do. Let's get into it. Featured yoga class this week is Total Body Yin with Foam Roller. Total Body Yin with the Foam Roller. Thank you, Alex. Great class. Now available on your homepage in the featured section. We also have Swollen 7 Kettlebell Round 8. We call it the Ocho. A big ol' Ocho for this Swollen 7. Get your kettlebells out and go make some fucking rotation gains. And one more, we got Maximum Swole Glute Ham. Let's fucking go.
Inconceivable!
That's dope. That's dope. We like that. We like that, don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We like that very much. We like it. We like it very much. Very much. Let's do another video and then we'll get into the last two releases. Who's ready for this one? It's called Another Meltdown. Shocker. Who knew?
What's in the box?
We're going to get another meltdown. You don't say. 2025 is so fruitful with meltdowns.
I already thought that we were living in the dumbest timeline, but it is worse than that.
Yep, I'm seeing your face. If I'm seeing your face, all right, if veganism was a face, it'd be her.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Now, once you've had sex with the woman, she will naturally start to depend on you, okay? All women
All
do
right?
this.
If vegan was a face, it'd be her face. I'm not saying she's a vegan, but she's definitely retarded. So she's vegan. Let's put it that way.
I already thought that we were living in the dumbest timeline, but it is worse than that. It's fucking worse than that somehow, okay?
It's the best timeline
You know why? Because this is what the White House decided to post today for Valentine's Day.
Is that true? I didn't see this. Happy Valentine's. That's Friday. Roses are red. I think I saw this. I saw this, but I didn't know that this was the White House posting it. Someone sent it to me. Roses are red, violets are blue. Come here illegally and we'll deport you. Mama Swole showed me this. I didn't know it was I didn't know the White House posted it. Oh, is that true? Someone look it up. Look it up on X too. Did the White House actually post that? That is amazing if that's true. It looks like it. That's fucking great. I saw this. I didn't know the White House posted it. Oh my God. That is awesome. Oh my God.
The fucking White House.
Awesome.
Yes, Maui. The
White House. Yeah, what about what about the man with the fake tits that was flashing on the White House lawn and all the pride flags all over the White House? This is better. This is better than all the faggotry that you guys were doing for 4 years, so suck on these nuts.
White House. My cat is even talking about it.
Oh, your cat named Maui. Did your cat get $750 too?
Insanity. I mean, what the fuck is this? It is disgusting.
If toxoplasmosis was a person, it'd be her.
We couldn't look stupider. But when you think about it, it's like, okay, who's now handling the White House's social media?
I don't know, someone who's absolutely goated. They should give out a medal for this. Medal of freedom for this post.
Probably one of their top Twitter followers is probably fucking Cat Turd. Cat Turd is now running the White House social media account.
Has more followers than you.
If you did.
A Cat Turd has more followers than you.
No. And don't fact check me because fact checks don't matter. They don't exist.
Oh, no. You don't like real fact checking. What you want is those Facebook third-party fact checkers that are bought and paid for by the Democratic establishment. You want the, quote, fact checkers. You want the fact checkers. Oh, here's the thing. Facts don't care about your opinions. They're called facts for a reason because it's objective. You can bitch and moan and cry and buy another cat. No one cares. This is a great post.
Everything is a lie. Happy Valentine's Day!
Jesus fucking Christ. Absolutely a vegan. Absolutely a vegan and...
Are there any women here today?
A full-blown retard.
You went full retard, man.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that. Good for you. Good for you. Enjoy your cats and your vibrator. All right. That's fun. That's fun. Fantastic. Just soulless. Just look at it. All right, hold on a second. Yeah, we're gonna run it. We're gonna rub it in. When you're that stupid, we're gonna rub it in. Where's my archive? Hold on a second. Yeah, I want to see that again. I want to see it again. No one wants to see it again, but you're gonna see it again because I said so. Hold on a second. Oh, my mouse is fucking up. Let's see here. There we go.
I already thought that we were living in...
Jesus fucking Christ, right?
You know the thing about a shark? He's got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eye.
I had to hit that soundboard. Yeah, wow. All right, and that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm emotionally drained from that post. There's nothing else. There's nothing left. There's just nothing left. Oh, well, all right. All right. Well, gross. Let's get some new yoga. Who's ready for new yoga and merch? Come on now. All right, let's get into some new merch. Let's get into the yoga first. Yoga first.
What's in the box?
Brand new yoga inside Swolenormous Keys. Glute rehab with a tennis ball. There you go. Glute rehab with a tennis ball. So maybe Franco, anyone from Costa Rica. I mean, easy with that tennis ball. Make sure you don't go too close to the hole or you might, woohoo, here we go. Glute rehab with a tennis ball. Don't put it inside. Stay on the meat. Stay on the meat. That's what she said. Express class with Alex. So got yourself a yoga block? Got yourself a tennis ball? This is going to be nasty. This looks like a nasty class. Look at that. That's not even, that's the adductor. She's getting into that mobility. Oof. That doesn't even, is that the quad too? Glute rehab? Alex knows her stuff. She knows that when you're trying to get into the glute, you got to loosen up all the muscles that cross the hips. So you got to open that up first and then get deeper into the hips. So that's good shit. She knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's talking about. So check that out. Glute rehab with tennis ball. That looks nasty. That's a great combo. And see, look at the yoga block. So this is why I keep on saying yoga blocks are not like a regression, right? Yoga blocks are not, hey, you're cheating or you're using a yoga block. You're a pussy because you need help. You can't do it without a yoga block. But look at that position. You can't do that without a yoga block. But look at what it does. It brings the floor up. That's what the blocks do. It raises the floor so you can have better posture, so you can get into different positions. And for this example, look at that. Instead of having a foam roller in that position where you won't get that specific spot that a tennis ball or lacrosse ball will, you elevate on a yoga block. And if you have a soft yoga block, you'll get a little bit of a cushion. If you have a cork one, it's going to push in harder. So keep that in mind, that the tension, there's different types of yoga blocks. If you want variety, get yourself some foam ones and get yourself some cork ones. So you have a hard yoga block or soft ones, depending on what you're trying to do. But this is a good one. Look at that. That looks nasty. For the adductor or for the vastus medialis or around the inside of the sartorius, that looks nasty. You know that's going to get in juicy. So check that class out. That's available now. Brand new class. Thank you, Alex. That's fantastic. That looks painful. Painful. Check that out today. All right, fam. We got a lot of stuff going on in this country. Now, of course, we're coming up on St. Patty's Day. Go to the Fukin Gym. Buy one, get one 50% off, you sluts. The entire site. We got new merch. Now, you know I've been ranting and everything like that because I'm a huge fan of DOGE. I'm a huge fan of the Department of Government Efficiency, but I need to get in there. We need another, I'm not here for government bloat, but we need certain agencies to make America swole. So in order to make America swole, this year and into the future, we're going to need a new department. So I present to all of you, brand new,
what's in the box?
The brand new DOGE, the Department of Gym Efficiency is now live. I am the Secretary of Gains at the Department of Gym Efficiency. Now available. Go and check it out. Buy one, get one 50% off. Go make some sick fucking gains. If you don't know what that is, that's the Doge dog. That's the meme from the meme coin. And of course, that's what Elon has utilized for the Department of Government Efficiency. So there you go. Get that Shiba Inu with that fucking, or whatever you call it. Look at that dog. Look at those gains. Department of Gym Efficiency. Is that Papa Swole? Nah. Super awesome. Super dope. That'll look awesome. That'll look awesome on a flag too. But get your mugs, tanks, shirts, hoodies, fucking, whatever we got over there. We got everything. The Department of Gym Efficiency. How dope is that? How dope is that? Look at that. I love the face. And who doesn't love a good pupper face? Dog is jagged. Look at it. It's like smiling but angry at the same time. It's like, yeah. This is also, by the way, for those of you who don't know, this was actually all the pictures that we do, they're just modeled off my physique. So I shoot in like 4K or 8K, and I do some flexing in the mirror, and then we just, boom, put the dog's head on it. So full body's working. Full body programming is working. So, you know, it is what it is. Plus, you got the beard logo in the DOGE gear. Super dope. So check it out. Now available over at papaswolio.com. The dog is jacked. Buy one, get one, 50% off. Hell yeah. Let's see what else we got over there while we're chilling. Any other last minute questions or anything, you could drop in the comments down below. Let's see what we got here. Men's t-shirts. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we scroll down the whole way here. Boom, boom, boom. Buy one, get one. BOGO Fitty. BOGO Fitty. BOGO Fitty. Who's that guy? Look at that guy. Look at that fucking dude.
Hi, puppy.
Hi, puppy. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. Look at these fucking designs. Lift, lift, lift. Depth Vader. Swoleopoly. New releases. Department of Gym Efficiency. There you go. Making gains. Look at this. Department of Gym Efficiency. Gym City 2000. I don't really care, Margaret. Go to the fucking gym. Powder Pump Girls. Fam, it doesn't end. Best merch in the fucking game. Chill Swole Guy. The oversized tees. I Heart Cow Farts. Donald Pump. Jacked Sparrow. God, that's an underrated design. I got to wear that shirt more. I got to find it. I can't find my merch anymore. I have too much merch. All right. Go check it out. We got the whole, let me see. We got that collection. I want to make sure we got that whole. Yeah, we got the flags. Got the flag at the bottom. That's a nice flag. Holy shit, goes right to the edges. You got the baby onesie. Long sleeve t-shirt. We got the premium hoodie. Kids t-shirt. Look at that. That's a cool one for a kids t-shirt. Let's see. We got the mug, sweatshirt, stickers, crop top, tanks. Do you have crop tops? Maybe not. Maybe crop tops don't fit the... Anyway. All of it over there. Swole ringtones are the best. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate you. All right, fam. Let's give away today's Swole card. Thanks for being here. Go enjoy those new releases. Let's give this one away, shall we? Falcon, take it away. Get swole, baby. Who's ready to get swole? I guess everyone here. Let's be honest. Everyone here is ready to get swole. All right. Winner chicken dinner today. Today's winner is Pam. Pam S15. Little double dip. Pam, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3209 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. So check it out. And as far as I'm aware, by the way, fam, some of you are like laughing when you go on Rumble and you see the ads. I think you can sign up, you can support and go to, sign up for Rumble Premium. I think you can get all the stuff without the ads if that actually does interfere. Just like YouTube Premium, gets rid of ads, but you can also check that out. I think some of you have already done it, but if you're interested in that, you can support a free speech platform and sign up for Rumble Premium. Obviously, there's no affiliation. I don't get a cut or anything like that, but I'm sure I'm assuming that gets rid of ads. I'm assuming it's the same kind of structure as YouTube Premium. Just a thought. Congratulations, Pam. Just something that was in the back of my head, popped up right before we sign off here. Pam says, because I see the little Rumble check. I'm assuming is that what it means? Rumble Premium. Oh, let me look it up. Let me look it up and see. I'll pull it up on the screen. I just clicked it and it pulled up on a website. So again, no affiliation aside from I like Rumble and I prefer you guys using Rumble. I know some of you might have issues or whatever here and there or personal preference, but YouTube sucks and they ban and block and restrict videos all the time. So let's see, manage your subscriptions, no ad breaks, verified badge, all this other stuff. So you got like $10 a month. Well, it's cheaper than YouTube Premium. Anyway, so you do get rid of ads. Just thought I'd put that out there. Yeah, it is what it is. So fam, thanks for being here. Again, swolenormousx.com, links down below, all that good stuff. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out, beaches. Appreciate you. And go enjoy that new stuff. Papa's got to make some sick fucking games, and I hope you do the same. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swole.
The straight jacket, cash flow, I'm a
a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on